What's going on, runners? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for clicking and tuning in. I really appreciate y'all. I know it's been a while, but like I said, I've been working. I still do have these video ideas, but sometimes, hey, I'm just tired. It's hot. I'm out here moving trash cans all day. It's bananas. So I'm gonna do this video because I've been getting a lot of comments and stuff and asking about like people joining Swift. And they want to know like the process, about the academy, stuff like that. So I'm gonna talk about that today. But I'll let you guys know some quick updates real quick about my time here at Republic. So I did find out that Republic, I guess it may be site dependent, but if you get hired as a commercial helper without a license and you do your time there, they will train you to get your permit and then send you to like Dallas, Texas to get your license. So they do that. A lot of companies are starting to do that now. It's just that you got to sign a contract and work with them and stuff like that. So, but they do that. I don't know about any other company, any other waste company, if they do that. I know Waste Management, when you get hired on, they send you to Phoenix and you kind of go through their 2-week course and learning how to drive whatever you get hired to drive, right? So so there's that. This is not the Republic uniform. This is just a regular shirt because you got to be visible out there, and I'm a little dirty right now. So do I like the job still? Yes. It is very it's interesting seeing the city in a different light that you normally see the city. But I mean, it's just regular hard work. I mean, hopping up and in and out of the truck, like, that's annoying. But I might try to go residential so I don't have to hop in and out of the truck anymore. I can just pull up, hit the joystick, and be on, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm commercial front load. So like I said before, with the forks, so I'm hopping out, moving the trash cans. You get a lot of flies and gnats and smells, and you get used to it though. You get used to it. But I'll do a separate video on what I think about like why I chose waste, because one of the supervisors asked me today, like, why did you choose waste? Why did you choose coming into trash? And it was an interesting question because I never thought of it before. So I'll do a deeper dive into that in a later video. But let me get into this Swift thing. So if you are considering going to Swift, here's what you need to know. 1, you're not going to become a millionaire off the bat. Like, it's just not going to happen. Could you make decent money? Yes. Are you going to be away from home? Depends. Because you could be with Swift and be like, I don't know what you call the specific accounts, but like a day cab driver where you're running intermodal at the rail yards, you're running the ports and back in inland, or you're at like a dedicated Target account or a Walmart account. So it all depends. Over the road, it depends actually where your terminal's at and what accounts that terminal has. So when you first join, so when you first join, you're gonna call or you're gonna type them on the website or anything like that. If you have a CDL, cool. If you don't have a CDL, even better for them, because then they can lock you into a contract, right? So if you don't have a CDL, you're going to tell them you don't have a CDL. They're going to talk to you. They're going to run your stuff through Driver Pulse and through Clearinghouse. Make sure you don't have anything on your license, anything. Now, this is if you don't have a license or a permit or anything like that. So once all that's said and done, that can take about a day and a half, 2 days. Even if you have a license, that process could take about a day and a half, 2 days, because they're also going to go and look at if you've had previous driving experience. They're going to go and look at those companies. And then if you haven't, I mean, it's going to take maybe a day because they have nothing to really check. So then you're going to go to their either academy or their school. So the academies, I think they're at their bigger yards. I know for sure they're in Phoenix. I don't know, on the website it shows where all their academies are. The academies are a little bit different than their partner schools. The academy, it's mostly Swift people. it's there, you're learning their way of life directly, right? I went to a partner school, California Truck Driving Academy, which was on Swift's property in the Fontana yard. It was on their metal, so it was in their trucks, in their yard, and it just wasn't their trainers. So their trainers were California Truck Driving Academy's trainers, but they used Swift trucks. So we didn't learn the Swift way of life. We didn't learn sliding tandems. We didn't learn coupling, decoupling, anything like that. We got in the trucks, start backing up, driving forward, backing up, driving forward, alley docking, going back, alley docking, parallels, offsets. That's all you do, right? So, but I'll get into that in a second. So if you go to the academy, you'll learn the Swift way of life. So you learn how they would like you to do these things. They'll teach you probably how to couple and decouple, stuff like that. But we all get taught the same thing. Swift Academy does have Top Gun. So if you're doing really good, you can get into a Top Gun program, and they do just a little bit more intricate backing. I think you get a little bit more time on the road, because at the academies and at the partner schools, you do get road time. It's not a lot, but you get road time. So I think with Top Gun, you get a little bit more road time. You sleep in the trucks. So instead of going in a hotel, you sleep in their bobtails that they have there, right? And then you get to use their simulators. It seemed pretty cool. But what that does is that decreases your mentor time. So instead of it taking 5 or 6 weeks, I think you knock 2 weeks off of that, because you went and passed Top Gun. And if there's any mentors watching, or anybody that went through it and I may have misspoke or something, please comment below, because there's going to be a lot of people that would love to probably pick your brain deeper if you went to that academy. So then the partner schools, it's the same thing. You're just really just doing the backing. There's no other Swift stuff. Once you get close to taking your test, though, you're going to go to orientation. So when you're in, now I'm only speaking for the partner schools one. I'm assuming the academy is the same. So once you start getting closer to getting your final test out, then you're going to go to orientation. That way you get your pay set up, you get your driver number, you talk to your driver leaders, your accounts, all that stuff like that. They drug test you. So they're either going to drug test you at orientation, or they're going to drug test you before. They do take hair. So they take either whatever the hair is, and there's a guideline of how they take the hair, but they either take it from your legs, they take it from your arms. I think the last step is taking it from your head, or if they take it from the head, it's like in the back. But they do take hair. They don't take urine or anything like that. Now, it may be different from every location, but they took hair from me. Even when I was with Knight, they took hair. Here at Republic, they just took my pee. All right, sorry about that. My phone decided it wanted to overheat, so I had to figure out the whole thing with that. Okay, so I got on the drugs. So if you're doing drugs, stop doing drugs. I would say you got to wait 6 months, be clean for 6 months. Even in California, you got to be clean. 6 months, possibly a year, to get all that stuff out of your system, or just completely go completely naked mole rat and shave everything off, right? So you will get drug tested. It takes about 3 days to get those results back. We had a guy that trained with us, and then I think he had smoked like 4 months prior, but it was still showing in his system, so they pulled him. Now, you don't get banned. Like, they kick you out, but they don't ban you. So you could come back in another couple months and then redo it. So there's that. So then when you go to orientation, like I said, you do all your paperwork, you'll do all these classes, you'll watch all these videos, you'll get on a call with like the CEO and all this stuff, and you'll get on a call with all of these other academies that are in, and you guys will tell each other like, you guys are awesome, yeah, it's kind of like a weird HR kind of video call, but they tell you how good the company is and how much they need you, which is true. And then after that, you break for lunch. They buy you lunch. If you go to the Drupa Valley Yard, they give you like a lunch ticket to go out to the lunch cart. If you're anywhere else, I think they cater lunch. And then a lot of these yards, like the West Valley terminal has a new like driver terminal. They have their own little academy area. And also that West Valley terminal is gorgeous. Like not even just that, just the training area, the training grounds are beautiful because it's like when it snows, it's right on the mountains. Like it's amazing. I love it there. Very, very pretty. So anyway, so you do all these classes, get your pay set up. You get paid like $300 for orientation. Yes, it's taxed, so there's that. Let's see. After that, then you have, let's see, what else do you go? Okay, so then after you do all those classes, then you're gonna meet your driver. You'll get your badge. Well, you don't get your badge just yet. No, you'll get your badge. So you'll get your badge and everything. That way, when you do graduate, because usually you're only a couple of days from graduating, so they want you to be ready so you can get on the road with your mentor. So after that, or you'll get your badge. Here's what I'll tell you to do. Sorry, I repeated myself because I was thinking about this. You're gonna meet your team, so you're already gonna know what you're gonna do before you get in there, whether it's 48 states OTR dry, OTR reefer, 7 Western, 11 Western, Midwest region, East region, Southern region. You're already gonna know what you're gonna do. Here's what I will tell you to do. Call your recruiter or call the driver placement team and see if there are any better accounts that suit your needs. Now, you should have already did this with your recruiter, but sometimes, like what I did, I went complete OTR reefer. But I called because, actually, let me take this back. When I was at California Truck Driving Academy with Swift, they gave us a paper. These are all the lines of business that are open and how much they pay. And you could pick. So whether it was a Family Dollar, those are, I think it's Family Dollar, Dollar General, that pays a little bit more because you're unloading the truck. A Coca-Cola regional, all this other stuff, right? They had all that and you can pick from it. I called and I found out they had the craft one available and it paid the most, and I took it and they changed my stuff immediately, right? So you can call them and see what they can do for you. Right now, freight's kind of weird and stuff is all mixed up. It's gotten better, but maybe they could do something for you. What I don't want you to do, I had one of my subscribers, you know, he asked me about my home time because of his family issues, or his family dynamic. And yes, when you get in, you can talk to your driver leader. You can be home more than the 2 days, but not every driver leader can be as cool. You know, I was gone for 2 weeks at a time. I'd be home for 4 days. Or I was going through some stuff, so I was out a week and a half and I'd be at home almost a week. You know, now they did start to get on me towards the end, but they were cool about it. As long as you're performing, as long as when you're out there, you're making your deliveries on time, you're not getting in any accidents, anything like that, sometimes they're willing to work with you. But that's why I say when you're with your recruiter, see what lines of business are open. A dedicated home every night run might be the best for you. A Walmart account or family, something like that might be better. Okay, so after all that, you confirm everything, you do all your classes, everything like that. Then you'll go back, you'll finish your training. You'll do your final road test, DMV stuff. Now, Swift does have their own DMV people. So you're gonna go take your test. You'll take your test in the trucks you've been training in, just not with the same people because obviously they're DMV examiners. And boom, that's it. You don't gotta drive to the DMV, you don't gotta do anything. Then, once you do that, yay, you're now an official truck driver and now you're an official employee with Swift. So you take that paper, you go back to your driver leader and they'll get you set up with your mentor. Now, some people's mentors, at least some people that I knew, they went the next day. They were out on their truck, getting ready to go. My mentor took like 2 days, or no, 3 days, because he was coming from up north somewhere and he was coming back. So I had to wait. And then the real training begins. So Most of us that get into truck driving like this solo lifestyle, this lonely lifestyle, some don't, but sleeping in a truck with another human being is kind of rough. Training, mentorship, it is what it is. Do not let that bother you. You have more important things to worry about. You're gonna get training pay, and I think training pay is like $600 a week. You don't get your cents per mile yet. It's just $600 a week. But don't let that discourage you. You're gonna be in there. I got in there with my trainer. You're gonna start driving right away. If your trainer does not start you driving right away, you're gonna have I don't know. I don't like it unless you're in a yard that's a really tight yard, that like some of the yards are because of all the trailers. Then he might pull over, and then put you in the seat. That might be the only time. But if he drives for the first 3 or 4 hours, or you're not comfortable driving for the first 4 hours, you might be in the wrong business, because it's intimidating at first, but you got to get behind the wheel and do it. And trust me, it's an extension of you at that point. So then you'll get in with your mentor, whether it's a male or a female, and you can request. Most females will request another female, and you can do that. Just understand though, if you request another female, there's not a lot of female trainers, so it could take you a little longer to get out on the road until they can find a female trainer. If you don't have a problem with going out with a male trainer, go out with a male trainer. If you don't have a problem with going out with a female trainer, go out with a female trainer. What you can do though, if you and your trainer are not getting along and you're constantly butting heads, or if your trainer's just a creep, you can call your recruiter. They could pull you off the truck and seat you on another truck, no matter where you are in the US. They'll get you a new trainer, or they'll fly you back, something like that, okay? So don't think you have to suffer through it. But training in itself is going to be challenging. It's going to be difficult. If you're going in the wintertime, you're going to master driving in the summertime, right? Learn everything that you can. It's a performance and time-based thing. So you're going to need to learn how to run your clock, because eventually you and your trainer are going to run teams. So you need to make sure that you're not running out of hours. I had a trainer tell me one of her students ran out of hours on the side of the freeway. And it's Swift, you're not allowed to sleep on the side of the freeway. You're not even allowed to park on the side of the freeway. So you kind of screw yourself, right? So you're going to need to learn how to run your clock. You're going to need to learn how to use your GPS, not on your phone, but an actual GPS, like I've said in my other videos, the Hammer app, whatever, a map, something. You're going to have to learn those things. Backing is going to be intimidating at first. If you're a reefer driver, you may get lucky, or I mean, any line of business really, you may get lucky and get to a shipper that has a mile of space for you to basically turn, half turn and make a straight back. Then your first backing, like mine was in my training, might be a tight, alley dock. You just got to be confident and know when to tell your trainer, hey, I can't do this right now. Go into a truck stop. If you get to a truck stop at 7, 8 at night, you might be doing a difficult back. If you can't do it, tell your trainer, hey, I don't think I can do this. Until you have enough practice, they're going to practice you, they should be practicing with you. You should be in a parking lot practicing your backing if you're not comfortable. So you'll do that for the weeks or however long it is. Hopefully you learn everything. Usually the trainer is going to be somebody on your account, or at least in the same line of business. And then after that, you'll go back to your home terminal. After you go to your home terminal, so if your home terminal is Drupa Valley, or your home, wherever you're going to upgrade. So if it's Phoenix, if it's West Valley, if it's Sumner, or if it's Troutdale out in Oregon, wherever you're going to upgrade, wherever your home terminal is, usually that's where you upgrade. So you're going to go there, you're going to take an upgrade test. Basically, it's a written test of everything that you should have learned. Then you're going to take a driving test, basically everything you did to get your license. So you're going to go through your pre-trip, your air brakes, your backs, and then you're going to drive. Mine was the same thing, and then I did one backing, so I didn't do all the backings. So basically I pulled up next to these trailers and just did, a left side alley dock. That's it. I didn't have to do a straight back or anything. Then we got in the city. I drove around Utah, or West Valley, Salt Lake City, Utah, with my trainer. We pretty much just talked the whole time. You know, I was whipping that thing. But then, yeah, after that, they sign you off. Now you got your truck. Now you can pick from, you know, you can't pick really. Whatever truck they have available, that's your baby. And then you go on from there. Like I said, I make it sound like it's a long process, and it kind of is, but technically it's about 2 months. A month to get your license, a month out with your trainer, a month and some change out with your trainer, and then you're on your own. If you're coming in with experience and it's recent, within like 6 months or something, you don't have to go out with a trainer. You go out, you do a road test, and you back up, and that's it. They give you your truck. You can start making money that night. So anybody that's new going into Swift, my key takeaways from this is be prepared for the academy. It's nerve-wracking at first. You're gonna make some friends. You guys are gonna, you know, support each other, because you're gonna be out on the road with these people. You might want to team with this person, who knows? But support each other. Don't be intimidated, and be confident. That air brakes test is a little intimidating, but you got it. The pay is not that great, but the lifestyle may be the reason that you're there. It's with Swift. You're not pigeonholed to them. Yeah, you're going to be there with them for a year, because if you got your training with them, then you got to give them their, you know, their time back. But after that, then you can go on and go do something else. If you don't like driving reefer, if you don't like driving flat, or you go to van. If you don't like van, go to flatbed. You know, if you hate being by yourself, run team. You can talk to these people, and they'll put you, I swear, with everything that you want to do. So that's kind of the whole thing with Swift, and kind of what Swift does is kind of what Knight does, and I'm assuming that's kind of what most of these other companies and how they operate. They just call them different. Like Schneider calls them training engineers, and I think you're only out with your engineer like 2-3 weeks. So I don't know, but that's how it is with Swift. If Swift is in your neighborhood and it's the best company for you, I recommend it. I had no problems there. As long as you communicate with them and they know that you're going to communicate, they're going to communicate back. But if you're somebody that doesn't like talking, or you're an asshole, they're just going to treat you like a number to get this stuff done. Okay? So anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here. I gotta stitch this video together because there was a break. Sorry it was a little bit longer of a video, but you guys wanted to know. So hopefully this is what you guys wanted. If you want to know anything more, please comment in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna come back with a Republic video, if not tonight, because I'm kind of tired. Tomorrow when I get off, then I'll talk a little bit more about what I've learned about the waste industry. But until then, love, peace. I'll see y'all on the next one.